So yeah, we sent out an email update yesterday, and we quoted somebody who had written to us recently along the same sorts of topics. This person said, quote, "I'm scared and dismayed to see support for the union crumbling as people begin to believe more, apparently, in the pro-separation rhetoric of the SNP. However, we are the quiet majority of real Brits who love our country. AFFG wrote an article recently about how good it felt to be British, to feel at home in any part of the United Kingdom. That is what I love and wish to protect. The combined cultures of each part of the UK that are all equally our own and equally each other's. That's what I love. Please keep on defending the union and its fantastic history." Thank you for that comment. Thank you for that comment. The combined cultures of each part of the UK that are all equally our own, but equally each other's. Lovely, lovely. And you know, this is the sort of way that we fight back against this, because we see some people saying, oh, we've got to have a blitz to make people like the United Kingdom. Well, in a way, yes, but really no, because it shouldn't be about getting people to like the United Kingdom or the Union. It's like saying, why should we like our own country? You know, the United Kingdom is our country. It is our one big country. And in that regard, all we have to do is just stand up for our country, not try to defend the union per se, as if it's sometimes going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Just defend our one big country, our United Kingdom, created by separate nations joining into one big country. And that's a wonderful thing. And to acknowledge that we have more in common than what divides us, that united we're greater than the sum of our parts. And to see those things, we wrote an article about this in our Union Heart, and we listed 10 basic points about our one big country, that we're a nation, not just a political state, that is Britain is our country as much as Scotland, that we're related as in a family. We're much more a family, quite literally. We're much more of that. So, and that a problem in any part of the family concerns us all. And so to really stand up for the United Kingdom as one big country, as a family, and not to try to break it down and just think about the parts of it. And so long as you do that, and so long as you treat it as one big country and try to do as much together as you can rather than as much apart, try to do as much together, and do what all countries do to exist: protect our borders, stand for the sovereignty of the United Kingdom, keep control of our British-wide institutions, defend our economy, share our resources with each other, just behave like a country, and we'll be okay at the end of the day. To stand in unity together. And as Donald Trump, he always ends his speeches with a little phrase which is applicable to the United Kingdom, which I'm going to say here and now. He goes that we should teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and respect our great Union Jack flag. And you do those three things, you're going to have a good country. And you're going to have something that's going to survive through the years and through the decades and the centuries and the millennia. So just stand up for our one big country and things will be fine. And politically, I was glad to see Alistair Jack this week saying that he was not going to give the Scottish Nationalists another second referendum, quite rightly. We want him to start arguing the constitutional point, which is that a majority of seats in a devolved assembly is not a sufficient mandate for a referendum at all. Not nearly. I mean, that's an assembly which has been created and which is an arm of the British Parliament. So it's clearly not going to have a mandate, regardless of what the result is at the end of the day. The only way, as we've said in our article, which is on our website at aforceforgood.uk, is through the British Parliament. It's the British Parliament which decides, and it has to stand up for all of the people of the United Kingdom, because it's not just Scotland that's involved here.